Morning, y'all. I feel like Mama is looking a little rough today. I slept so hard last night. It was so hard to wake up this morning. um, I wanted to get on here. I have these thoughts that run through my head, and I thought, oh, a blog. I'll get everything out on paper and put these crazy thoughts I have out into the world that way. But I think it takes too long to do the blog. So I'm just going to start doing videos. And, I might have mascara on. Yes, I did put mascara on this morning. I was still half asleep. I also think I'm rocking a fabulous Han Solo-esque type outfit today. So I just need to get over my quirks about being on video and just do it because it's quicker and it gets out there faster. And then I don't put it off and not do it because writing a blog and getting it up on the website just takes too long. So there's that. All right, so what are we talking about today? I absolutely love the Autumn Equinox. And a lot of you are probably like, girl, you were raised in Christian traditions. What is with you and these pagan Sabbats? And like, what are you doing? So to me, there's a lot in the Christian tradition that comes from these pagan traditions. So a lot about our Thanksgiving is what was celebrated traditionally at Mabon. It's a second harvest, a Thanksgiving, a time to be thankful for, the bounty of your harvest, which is all, that's like our traditional Thanksgiving. So there's that. But there's also this fabulous, symbology. Is that the right word? Symbolism? This is why I shouldn't do videos. That comes from it. So I listened to, I went to, I think Sage Goddess Full Moon Rituals is where I heard this. But Mother Nature is only in balance 2 times a year. There are only 2 days a year when there's equal light and equal dark. And we run around all the time, or I did anyway. I don't know. I feel like there's other people that do this, trying to find balance, trying to bring balance to our lives. Work-life balance. You hear that a lot. And I'm just going to put this out there. What if life isn't about balance? What if it's about seasons? What if we have a season where I'm focused on my work right now. And you know what? Some other things are going to slide because right now I'm focused on work. And then we step into a season that's like, you know what? I'm focused on my family right now. This COVID thing is happening. Schools are shut down. And I'm sorry, other stuff's going to slide because right now I'm in a season of focusing on my family. I don't know if that speaks to you all or not, but when I heard this whole idea of even Mother Nature only has 2 days a year where everything is in balance, where the light and the dark is in balance, it really spoke to me because I think we see this idea of being in balance as being perfect, as having everything running smoothly all the time. And life's just not like that. That doesn't work anywhere, really. Trees aren't perfect all the time. They're getting ready to die for winter. It's too much to expect of ourselves. And I used to say, it seems like I can always get these plates up in the air and spinning, but I can't always hold all the plates and make all the plates spin without dropping one. And I finally come to this place where it's fine if one drops. What does it matter if I drop a plate? First of all, there's a whole lot of plates I'm being expected to spin and carry around and balance. I don't know. Maybe that's maybe this is me just finding excuses for my imperfections, but I also think like we expect way too much of ourselves a lot of the time. And for me, the equinox is a really good time to realize that. To realize that our lives have seasons. And, you know, we typically, in the season of light that we're coming out of, we're more active, we're more action focused, we're more energized. And the season we're going into, the dark season, we're more introspective, we're more passive might not be the right word, but we're not action oriented, right? Like I kind of feel like we sit in our emotions a little bit more, which I think is why the holiday season is so rough on people, because we're not used to doing that. We're not used to giving our emotional side a chance to live in balance with our action-oriented side. And some schools of thought, they'll refer to these different sides of us as like the divine masculine, the divine feminine. But I think we have such societal connotations with like masculinity and femininity that it's really hard to delve into that with those words and not have other connotations come into the picture. Maybe that's just me too. Maybe that's just my baggage. But I do think we all have, these masculine energies of action and the divine energies of emotion. And we, as a society, seem to be better at the action-oriented energies. And we don't necessarily give our divine feminine, the emotional side of us, the time it deserves. So, I don't know. There's some thoughts to think on for today. I saw this meme the other day, and it gave me the idea for kind of a breathing exercise. And I guess before I tell you about that, I want to get into how this all ties together. So in my quest for like perfect balance before I came to this place now where I see life as seasons, I really had this strong like I'm not enough feeling, because I was trying to be everything all at once and it just wasn't working. So I think some of my own personal things that I've been working through is this feeling of like, I'm just not enough. I'm just not enough. And in talking to other, especially moms out there, but I think everybody, honestly, I think this is something we all struggle with, and in some form or fashion, right? It's not going to show up for you the same way it's shown up for me. But I do think that when you start shifting from this idea that everything has to be whole and perfect all the time to the idea that you're in a season, and in this season, this is your focus. I think that helps with this whole, I am enough. I am enough. I'm enough. Like, it just helps with that. So, this meme was basically, I am grounded, I am enough, I am whole. I am grounded, I am enough, I am whole. I am grounded, I am enough, I am whole. And I thought, like, how perfect is that? How absolutely perfect is that? when we're stepping into a time of like introspection, right? That's what the shifting at the equinox is all about. And I thought, well, you could make that a breathing exercise. So kind of, I think the last video I did, we did some square breathing. So my thought was, you instead of doing square breathing, there's breathing where you breathe in, you hold, you breathe out. Breathe in, you hold, you breathe out, which is kind of triangle breathing. I don't think that's actually a term out there. It might be, who knows. But in my mind, it's easier for me. I'm a visual person, so it's easier for me to see this as a triangle breathing exercise. So the whole thing here would be, I am grounded. You breathe in, you think, I am grounded as you're breathing in. And you hold, and you think, I am enough, while you're holding your breath. And then you exhale, and on the exhale, you think, I am whole. So, I am grounded, in, I am enough, hold, I am whole, exhale. You can kind of practice that on your own if you want. But I've been kind of doing it when I get stressed out, when I find myself rushing, when I find myself, I don't know, scatterbrained. I think it's something that I've learned just to sit down. It doesn't have to even be 5 minutes. Just do like 3 cycles of like breathing. And it makes a huge difference, right? Because the whole thought behind all of this is that we start to embody those principles that are really important to us. Things like love, peace, harmony. And if you're running around like a chicken with its head cut off, you're not embodying peace. Like the only way to truly bring it into your life, to act it, is to be it inside. And for me anyway, and people have different practices that work for them, but for me, taking a few minutes, even when I'm in a rush, even when I think, oh my God, I'm going to be late, I take a few minutes in the car and I recenter myself, and I'll do something like this breathing exercise, and I'll say, the few minutes that it takes for me to do this, even though it might make me a little bit late, is worth it. It is so worth it, because from that point on, I'm not putting out into the world, oh, I'm in a rush, oh, I'm in a rush, oh, I'm in a rush. I'm putting out into the world peace. I am grounded. I am enough. I am whole. And for me, that's more important than being exactly on time anywhere. If I'm going to show up somewhere and leave scatterbrained negative energy on that place, I'm not doing that place justice. If I'm going to show up somewhere, I want to be the best Sarah in that space I can be. And so, so that's my practice. On my journey, it has also been very important with parenting, because if I'm not centered, if I'm not in a good headspace, if I haven't found that peace, then what am I doing? I'm getting triggered is such a word right now, but I mean, it perfectly describes what happens. But like, Tommy not listening will affect me differently if I'm not in a good place than if I'm in a good place. If I'm in a good place and he's not listening, I can pause. I can get eye level with him. I can make him make eye contact with me, and I can say in a calm voice, hey buddy, you're not listening. If I'm not in a good space and he's acting a fool, it's like, hey, it's the raised voice, it's the yelling, it's the, why aren't you listening to me? So on a parenting journey, and I'm certainly not perfect or a role model in that, I promise you. But, finding this inner centeredness, is really important, because it's how you approach the world. And our children model what we do. And, you know, if we want to teach them how to make the best impact in the world, the first thing is teaching them how to not let the world impact them. How to kind of keep yourself in your space without whatever craziness is out there knocking you off of that. All right. I hope that makes sense. I feel like I've talked at you for long enough. Y'all let me know what you think about these videos, because I hate cameras. They make me so nervous. So this is going to take some getting used to on my part, but I think it's a lot easier than sitting down and writing out a blog. So let's see. Let's see what you think. Give me some comments. Love you all. Hope you're having a good Tuesday.